Hello YouTube, Film Buff 06 here. Just thought I'd do a little review on The Night of the Doctor, which was a mini-sode, which is just an under 7-minute long mini-sode, which was first brought to us by the BBC via the official Doctor Who website on Thursday the 14th of November, just before they brought us the exclusive clip of the actual 50th anniversary special Day of the Doctor on Children in Need, during Children in Need last night. And it's of course written by Stephen Moffat, and believe it or not, it features the comeback of Paul McGann as the 8th Doctor. And speaking of McGann, the broadcast date of this special was coinciding with the guy's 54th birthday, and I have to say it's great to see him back as the 8th Doctor. The last time that we saw him was in the TV movie back in 1996. I mean, his performance in that movie was really, really good, but we all know that the movie itself was just shit. It has to be said. It has to be said. It was shit. This sort of, in a way, even though this is advertised as sort of a prequel to The Day of the Doctor, to me, it kind of, in a way, it kind of picks up from events from events that happened at the end of the TV movie, just before the revived series episode Rose, when the show first came back to our screens back in 2005, and this is of course set during the Time War, and we finally get to see how the 8th Doctor met his end, and of course subsequently regenerated into John Hurt's Doctor, which is revealed to us at the very short end credits that John Hurt is the War Doctor, or the Warrior. The War Doctor or the Warrior, which kind of stamps on my previous theory that John Hurt's Doctor preceded William Hartnell. We know for sure that John Hurt's Doctor succeeded Paul McGann's 8th, and apparently, and I like the idea in this episode that the Doctor, because he is indirectly responsible for the death of a potential companion, just because that companion knows that he is a Time Lord and represents everything she despises, because during the Time War, the Time Lords was sort of hated throughout the galaxy, all basically because of their dubious reputation as a really, really corrupt species. Just everything the Doctor isn't and is trying to run away from. And I like the idea that that because he knows he is a Time Lord, and because he sort of knows that he doesn't want to be part of the Time War, the Time Lords are forcing him to take part in the war, and the moment where he looks at the belt, I think it was, and decides, in my next incarnation I'm going to be known as the Warrior. I'm not going to be known as the Doctor anymore. I mean, that is great because that kind of answers everything that I think we've all been questioning ever since the ending of The Name of the Doctor. Ever since the ending of The Name of the Doctor, that John Hurt said that what he did without choice in the name of peace and sanity, and he makes this choice in the planet of Khan, I think it was, which I don't know if this is right or not, is sort of bizarrely named after Khan, the villain from Star Trek II, Wrath of Khan, and of course Star Trek Into Darkness. Sorry to those that I've spoiled that bit for. And of course he goes, and of course the Doctor is taken in by the Sisterhood of Khan, which I think was first shown in the Tom Baker Doctor Who story Brain of Morbius, which is great. You know, Moffat sort of referencing the old, sort of balancing older references with the new. That is great, and this was a really even though that this short is only 6 minutes, I could have maybe got like 3 more. I would have liked about 3 more minutes. 3 more minutes at the least. I kind of wanted more, really. I'm sorry that this is almost quite this is quite rambling because I planned to watch this last night and review it, but that of course didn't happen. And prior to watching this, I watched the Science of Doctor Who documentary with Brian Cox, not the professor, not the actor, and that documentary was really interesting to watch. But anyway, I thought The Night of the Doctor was kind of for a prequel to The Day of the Doctor. I thought that it was really brilliant. It was it was great to see Paul McGann back as the Eighth Doctor. Paul McGann back as the Eighth Doctor. It was great to finally see him regenerate on screen into John Hurt, and apparently Stephen Moffat most recently said himself that he is a fan of regenerations. So which is kind of his motive, which was his motive for bringing back Paul McGann as the Eighth. I guess, but I'm wondering, maybe he's pulled off the biggest secret of all, and maybe brought Christopher Eccleston back for a cameo in the 50th anniversary special, you know, because all we need now is John Hurt regenerating into Christopher Eccleston, just to fill in that piece of the puzzle. Who knows? Who knows? Better to wait till next Saturday. So now, feel free to comment below and let me know of what you think about Night of the Doctor. Did you think it was great? Did you think it was great that Paul McGann came back and to finally see his regeneration on screen? Plus, feel free to subscribe to my channel, and until my next video, whatever it may be, do take care everyone, and goodbye.